Imagine a dying world, a crimson sun hanging heavy in the sky. This is Krypton, a civilization of impossible beauty on the brink of collapse. Inside a crystalline fortress, two parents, Jor-El and Lara, make an impossible choice. As their world crumbles, Lara whispers, "You'll be alone." But Jor-El knows better. He'll never be alone. He promises he'll have their light to guide him. They place their infant son, Kal-El, into a small ship, a tiny vessel, carrying the last hope of an entire species. As the pod launches into the stardusted void, Krypton explodes in a silent, final farewell. That ship, a single tear in the fabric of space, streaks across the Kansas sky, crashing into a cornfield. It's not an alien invasion, but a miracle. A kind farming couple, Jonathan and Martha Kent, find the pod, and inside, a baby. They name him Clark and raise him as their own. They teach him humility and compassion, crucial lessons for a boy who discovers he can lift tractors, outrun locomotives, and see through walls. Jonathan's words echo through his youth. "Son, you were sent here for a reason, but the world's not ready for everything you can do. Not yet." 4 years, Clark lives in the shadows, a man torn between two worlds. But when a bridge collapses, his choice is made. He saves hundreds of lives, and in that moment of heroism, the world gets its first glimpse of Superman. Clark Kent moves to the bustling city of Metropolis, finding a new life as a mild-mannered reporter at the Daily Planet. It's there he meets Lois Lane, a fearless journalist whose relentless pursuit of the truth is matched only by her courage. An unspoken bond forms between them as they become partners, not just in reporting, but in seeking justice. But Superman's arrival is a seismic event. To some, he's a savior, a modern-day messiah. To others, he's an existential threat, and no one sees him as a bigger threat than Lex Luthor, the brilliant and dangerously charismatic industrial. Luthor, in a televised interview, warns, "The day we worship power over principle, we lose what makes us human." While Superman circles the globe, stopping disasters and saving lives, Luthor works in the shadows, expertly manipulating public fear and funding dark military projects designed to counter the Man of Steel. Superman begins to feel the tide turning against him. He senses a darker current running beneath the surface of society, constanto sabe idens. Weapons being developed in his name, and hushed whispers of something called kryptonite, a strange, glowing green mineral from his homeworld, the only thing that can truly harm him. It's Lois who uncovers Luthor's horrifying secret. He's weaponizing kryptonite, building an engine of destruction with one goal: to kill Superman. "You're playing God, Lex." She confronts him, his chilling reply. "Someone has to." "He already thinks he is." Luthor then unleashes his plan, plunging Metropolis into chaos. Drones fill the sky, power grids fail, and fear grips the city. With every life Superman saves, he inadvertently fuels the very fear Luthor is weaponizing. The weight becomes too much. Floating high above the desolate quiet of the Arctic, Superman whispers to himself, "Maybe they were right. Maybe I don't belong here." But there's no more time for doubt. Luthor emerges, clad in a monstrous, kryptonite-powered battlesuit, declaring himself the true savior of humanity. A war for the soul of Metropolis erupts. It's a battle of light against darkness. Man against a self-proclaimed god. Weakened by the kryptonite radiation emanating from Luthor's suit, Superman is brought to his knees. "You're not a man. You're a mistake," Luthor snarls. Struggling to his feet, Superman retorts, "They're not humanity's mistake." In a final, desperate act of self, he grabs Luthor and his reactor-powered suit, rocketing them both into the upper atmosphere, away from the city and the people he loves. A blinding explosion silences the sky. Then, a single figure falls back to Earth. Superman, alive, but just barely. Luthor is defeated, a victim of his own monumental ego. In the aftermath, Metropolis rebuilds. The world sees Superman not as a god to be feared, but as a symbol of hope, a testament to the idea that goodness can endure. At the Daily Planet, Lois Lane types the final words of her story. He may not be one of us by birth, but he is the best of what we can be. On a rooftop, as the sun rises, Clark Kent looks out over the city. The wind gently catches his cape. Lois's voice finds him. What now, Clark? A small smile touches his lips. Time to get to work. With a single, powerful leap, he soars into the sky. A beacon of truth and hope against the morning light. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next one.